What's up everyone, it's Ziad. Let's talk Bitcoin, specifically how to keep yours safe from the dangers lurking out there. So in this video we're diving deep into Bitcoin security, arming you with the knowledge and tools you need to protect your digital wealth. Let's make sure your Bitcoin stays yours. Alright, before we get into the nitty-gritty of security, let's break down the foundation, your Bitcoin wallet. A Bitcoin wallet is entirely digital and it's specifically designed to store your Bitcoin. Think of it like your personal Fort Knox, but instead of gold bars, it holds the keys to your Bitcoin kingdom. Now, when I say keys, I'm talking about your private keys. These are super secret codes that give you, and only you, access to your Bitcoin. They're like the PIN to your crypto debit card, but way more critical because if you lose your private keys, you lose your Bitcoin. Period. No password resets, no customer service to call, it's gone. Vanished into the digital abyss. Imagine your Bitcoin is like a treasure chest buried on a deserted island. Your private keys are the treasure map. Lose the map, and you'll never find that chest, no matter how hard you search. That's how important these private keys are. Now, these private keys are basically really long, unique strings of numbers and letters. Unless you're some kind of memory wizard, you're not going to be memorizing these. That's where your Bitcoin wallet comes in. It securely stores these keys for you. Think of it like this. Your wallet is the safe, and your private keys are the diamonds inside. Keep them safe in your wallet. The key takeaway here, your Bitcoin wallet is your first line of defense. Okay, so we've established that your Bitcoin wallet is your digital fortress, a secure place where your digital assets are stored and managed. Now let's talk about the different types of fortresses you can choose from, hot wallets and cold wallets. Each type offers unique features and levels of security. Each has its own strengths and weaknesses, so choosing the right one depends on your needs and risk tolerance. It's important to understand these differences to make an informed decision. Let's start with hot wallets. These are digital wallets that are always connected to the internet. These are like the bustling city centers of the wallet world, always connected to the internet, making them super convenient for everyday transactions. You can access them anytime, anywhere. Think of them like your go-to debit card. They're perfect for quick and frequent transactions. You can quickly send Bitcoin to friends, pay for goods and services online, or even just check your balance on the fly. The ease of use is a major advantage. Some popular examples of hot wallets include software wallets and web wallets. Each has its own set of features and benefits. Software wallets are apps that you download onto your computer or smartphone. They offer a good balance of security and convenience. They offer decent security and are pretty user-friendly, making them a good option for beginners. If you're just starting out, a software wallet might be the way to go. Web wallets, on the other hand, are accessed through your web browser. They are incredibly convenient because you can access them from any device with an internet connection. They're even more convenient than software wallets, but they can also be more vulnerable to hacking since they're hosted on a third-party server. Always be cautious and use strong security measures. Now, on the other side of the spectrum, we have cold wallets. These are offline storage options that provide a higher level of security. These are like the secluded, high-security vaults where you store your most prized possessions. They are not connected to the internet, which makes them much safer from cyber threats. They're not connected to the internet, which makes them much less susceptible to hacking attempts. This makes them ideal for storing large amounts of Bitcoin that you don't need to access frequently. Think of them like your safe deposit box at the bank. You wouldn't store your life savings under your mattress, would you? Cold wallets provide that extra layer of security. Ultimately, the best wallet for you depends on your individual needs and risk tolerance. Whether you choose a hot wallet for convenience or a cold wallet for security, make sure it aligns with your personal strategy and comfort level. Alright, now that you've got your Bitcoin safely tucked away in a secure wallet, let's talk about how to fortify your defenses even further. It's not just about having a secure wallet, it's about creating a fortress around your digital assets. Because let's be real, in the world of crypto, security is not a one-time thing, it's an ongoing process. You need to be vigilant and proactive to stay ahead of potential threats. First up, let's talk about passwords. They are your first line of defense. Use strong, unique passwords for every single one of your crypto accounts. This means no repeating passwords across different platforms. We're talking about a complex mix of uppercase and lowercase letters, numbers, and special characters. A password manager can help you keep track of these complex passwords. But even the strongest password in the world won't help you if your device gets compromised. This is why securing your devices is equally important. That's where two-factor authentication, or 2FA, comes in. It's an additional layer of security that makes it much harder for hackers to gain access to your accounts. This is like adding a second layer of security to your accounts by requiring a unique code from your phone or email in addition to your password. It's a simple step that can make a big difference. Now let's talk about software updates. Keeping your software up to date is crucial for security. Those update notifications can be annoying, but trust me, they're important. They often contain patches for security vulnerabilities that could be exploited by hackers. They fix vulnerabilities that hackers could exploit, so make sure you're always running the latest version of your wallet software and operating system. This simple action can prevent a lot of potential issues. And speaking of keeping things safe, let's talk about backups. Backing up your data is essential for recovery in case of an emergency. Imagine this: your computer crashes, your phone gets stolen, or your house burns down, God forbid. Without backups, you could lose access to your crypto forever. What happens to your Bitcoin then? If you haven't backed up your private keys, you're out of luck. It's like losing the keys to a safe with no way to get them back. If you haven't backed up your private keys, you're out of luck. That's why it's crucial to create multiple backups and store them in different secure locations. Consider using both physical and cloud storage options for added security. Finally, let's talk about scams. The crypto world is a breeding ground for scammers looking to prey on unsuspecting victims. They use various tactics to trick you into giving up your valuable information. The crypto world is a breeding ground for scammers looking to prey on unsuspecting victims. Always be cautious and double-check the authenticity of any communication you receive. Remember, if it sounds too good to be true, it probably is. Scammers often promise high returns with little to no risk, which is a red flag. Be skeptical, do your research, and never, ever share your private keys with anyone. Your vigilance is your best defense against scams. Alright, so we've covered the basics of Bitcoin security, but let's dive a little deeper into some of the most common risks you need to watch out for. Understanding these risks is crucial for anyone who wants to navigate the world of Bitcoin safely and securely. Because knowledge is power, and knowing your enemy is half the battle, right? The more you know about potential threats, the better equipped you'll be to avoid them. Let's start with scams, the digital equivalent of pickpockets in a crowded marketplace. These scams can be incredibly sophisticated and convincing, making it easy to fall victim if you're not careful. They come in all shapes and sizes, but the goal is always the same: to separate you from your hard-earned Bitcoin. Scammers are constantly coming up with new tactics, so it's important to stay informed about the latest threats. One common scam is the phishing attack, where scammers try to trick you into giving up your private keys or login credentials by sending fake emails or creating phony websites that look identical to legitimate ones. These emails often create a sense of urgency, making you feel like you need to act quickly. Remember, always double-check the URL before entering any sensitive information, and never click on links from suspicious emails. It's a good habit to type the website address directly into your browser rather than clicking on a link. Then there are the social engineering scams, where scammers use psychological manipulation to gain your trust and then exploit it for their own gain. These scams can be particularly dangerous because they prey on your emotions and instincts. They might pose as a friend in need, a helpful stranger, or even a representative from a legitimate company. They can be very convincing, so it's important to always verify the identity of anyone asking for sensitive information. The key here is to be cautious about who you trust online, and never share your private keys or personal information with anyone you don't know and trust implicitly. Always take a moment to think before you act. Another risk to be aware of is malware, which is basically malicious software designed to damage or gain unauthorized access to your devices. Malware can be incredibly destructive and difficult to remove once it's on your system. This can include viruses, spyware, and ransomware. Each type of malware has its own methods of attack and can cause different types of damage. Malware can infect your device through malicious links, downloads, or even infected USB drives. It's important to be cautious about what you click on and what you download. To protect yourself, make sure you have a good antivirus program installed and keep it updated. Regularly scan your devices for any potential threats and take action immediately if any are found. And as always, be cautious about what you click on and download. If something seems too good to be true, it probably is. Trust your instincts and err on the side of caution. Finally, let's talk about common sense. A lot of Bitcoin security comes down to simply being aware of your surroundings and using common sense. Always be vigilant and stay informed about the latest security practices. By taking these precautions, you can significantly reduce your risk and enjoy the benefits of Bitcoin with greater peace of mind. So there you have it, guys. We've covered a lot of ground today, from the basics of Bitcoin wallets to the importance of strong passwords and two-factor authentication. But remember, securing your Bitcoin is an ongoing process, not a one-time event. The crypto world is constantly evolving, and so are the threats. So stay informed, stay vigilant, and always be one step ahead of the bad guys. If you found this video helpful, hit that like button, and subscribe to the channel for more tips and tricks on navigating the exciting world of cryptocurrency. And as always, thanks for watching. Remember, security is your responsibility, so always be vigilant.